Hey, what is going on, everyone? And welcome to another edition of Blogs with Boilon Friday. And before we get started on all of that, I just want to remind people that there is Cosmic Crucible going on. Some people may have forgotten that we are indeed into week 2 of Cosmic Crucible now, and it just started a couple hours ago. And just to remind people that that's a thing. Also, apparently, Doc Ock is now officially a 4-star unlock. Yesterday, after the store reset, some people may have logged into their game to find out that they could unlock Doc Ock at the 4-star level, despite the event not being around. So that's interesting. You think that would be something that they would include into the blog post maybe last Friday, but they didn't even decide to do that. So not sure if it's going to be in the blog post today. Of course, we'll find out. So, yeah, let's go boil this blog down. Alrighty then. So, today's blog is labeled Dial M for Mutant. Probably no surprise because we had Phantom X in the red stars and the offers and stuff, so we're going to be talking about him. Probably his event campaign, or we know his event campaign is going to be next week. So let's find out some more details. So, To X a Thief is the name of the event campaign, which is going to be starting next Friday at 5 p.m. So I will be doing a video beforehand. We'll be talking about the characters, the debonair characters, and the math in that. So things have changed since the heroic event. Some of you may remember my video from Evil Strange, and so the total amount of shards that you can actually get during these events have changed, which is changed for the better for those of you who can finish all 9 of the heroic difficulty nodes. For veteran players, it won't be that difficult. For mid-game players, it might be a little bit more challenging depending on what characters you have at your disposal, so I definitely encourage you to check out some of the debonair traits beforehand, and we'll be going over that next week as well. So what else is there? And actually a lot of that was just in this year. So they talk about the new heroic difficulty, which I just said, and you need 5 of the characters with the debonair trait. I don't know, I mean, this is the second time they've done this, so I don't know if they're adjusting anything. But otherwise, it should be almost identical to the Evil Strange event. So we kind of know already, based on that. I have all the numbers regarding those events, so as long as it's not been changed, then it should be the same. A Force of Nature events. What? There's a second run of A is for Allies on May the 20th. Holy shit, that starts tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to plug that into my A Force of Nature frickin' this. Where are we? Okay, so I guess somewhere like in here, right? We're gonna have to plug in a new row then for A is for Allies number 2. Okay, so that's interesting. So if you guys have been following along the subtotal that I've been going over every now and then you guys will know that we're actually pretty close from the 4-star Spider-Woman as far as free-to-play emblems that have been available. So let's go back to the blog and figure out what exactly... Is it just an identical rerun? Where you'll have another shot at earning A-Force emblems. Maybe this is actually as a result of the Sunday Blitz bug that they failed to acknowledge. So if that's the case, make sure you're saving your ISO packs. Remember these things that I tried to tell people to save? I'm almost near my cap, actually. And so that's a really good timing because we're going to need it tomorrow, Saturday, at store reset. So let's carry on. They've actually... I'm going to have to cross-reference this with the original one that we have up on here and then double-check, because the first A is for Allies was 3,900 emblems, which is pretty something, right? Because if you see here, you only need about 2,500 and 2,600 rounding up, right? If you've done everything that you could have possibly done for this event, then we're pretty close to the 4-star Spider-Woman. And actually, what's even more astonishing about that is that it brings you that much closer to the teal gear pieces, because the A Force of Nature, that milestone for the 4-star Spider-Woman is the second to last milestone, which means that that guarantees then this one here, for the teal focus piece, which is great for my Squirrel Girl because I'll be able to get that before I go into Dark Dimension 5. It also means that there's only a 4,800 points difference between milestone 39 and 40. So if that brings you over that, so this is 2,600, that's an extra 1,300 potentially towards that. And if you took advantage of the Sunday as well, that's another 1,500 to 2,000 that you might have been. So you're pretty close, like probably less than 2,000 points away from that final milestone. That final milestone, for better or for worse, may be free-to-play achievable only because of the fuck-up from Sunday's Blitz. But we'll have to find out about that. So, again, I haven't... The numbers, I mean, just from a sheer glance here, you know, a lot of these numbers probably look like they're going to add up to quite a bit. I mean, that's like 1,500 right there. So, maybe it's not 3,900. Maybe it's, I'm not sure if that's 3,900 or not, but it's still a fair bit. It looks like it's probably at least 3,000. I'll add that up later. Identical to the first run, so we'll see if, I mean, so the same numbers, right? So it should be the exact same math, but it was pretty easy to do. So I'm not going to do a separate video on this, as long as people are spending their ISO 8 energy in the Alliance. It's an Alliance-based thing. So make sure you're doing that. And make sure you notify your Alliance about that. So save those ISO packs, spend them tomorrow onwards to farm your ISO 8 crystals. The Sister Grimm event confirmed to be on May the 24th. That's on Tuesday. No real surprise there. That's basically the ending date of the Wong event, so they're just jumping right into another Blitz. And a lot of this is what I already talked about in the video yesterday. So I'm not going to go over this. We might actually have proper numbers, though, in which case that'll give me some work to do later on to be able to crunch the numbers, and I will put out a proper numbered video then. Battling an Alliance War. So it looks like we got this, the raid points, and the additional points that you're getting for gear tier. What we don't have... Oh, actually, no, we do. Okay, we do have it here. So that's the points. This is the total milestone requirements. And they've actually bolded the A-Force emblems as well. So they've actually... They're starting to, you know, really get the point that we want to see this stuff in advance. So kudos to them for this one. At least, I'm not going to go through this in its entirety, but we do know that the milestone is going to cap out at 106,000. So great numbers here. It's primarily a raid and war milestone, this one here, but there's going to be another one. Let's see if they actually give us any information about that. Also, if I've read Captain Marvel, for anyone who hasn't upgraded her yet, don't do that. And we can also see the points in which the Nico Minoru shards are available as well, which is really good. The 5-star Captain Marvel is actually only a quarter of the way through the milestone. So I see that there's 50 Nico shards here and 25 Nico shards here, and so I'm wondering whether or not that's free to play accessible. We'll have to crunch the numbers and figure out where we can get to reasonably in a 7-day milestone. Enchanted Bloodlines milestone. This is like 3 separate blitzes. We talked about this in the event video yesterday as well, so 6 days in total. This is blitzing and blitzing with Young Avengers. So again, we have the break, and they did actually separate it out this time. Okay, so we have Win Blitz and Win Blitz Sim, because you remember from last week I was a bit confused about whether or not, you know, that number, that 65, was actually indeed for simming as well, which turned out to be true. So I'm glad that they actually distinguished this, and you know what? From a math perspective and from someone who does numbers for events, you know, this is good. This is an improvement, a huge improvement from what they've done over like the last month. So this is really good. And they've even given us the table for the Blitz stuff as well. So let's see if this is the third one. Is this the web milestone or is this just a third? They've pulled off a hat trick here, guys. So again, I'm not going to go over through this in the video here, but if you want to take a look at it on your own time, and I'll be crunching the numbers later tonight, and I'll be putting out a video probably on Monday or Tuesday morning just before the event. That way you guys have a good heads up as to what's achievable. Depends on what other videos I have on the go, but yeah, this is some really good stuff. I'm going to crunch the numbers myself. And then, so what's important, though, is that this Runaway Spell milestone, this is campaign energy related. This is going to funnel in Sister Grimm milestone points. So you're essentially doing a milestone for a milestone, because your rewards are actually milestone points. A lot of that doesn't make sense to me, but That's interesting. So that's the total amount of milestone points here. This is the total amount of orb fragments. Don't confuse yourself because I was looking on the wrong column. And you get some other random crap as well. And you get like a quarter of an Elite 4 orb at the very end. And then we have a Sister Grimm login calendar, which is going to be... So this is pretty good. Just a sheer glance, this looks like 6,000 to 7,000 points up to the original milestone, the first one, way up here, right? Which you need 106,000 to clear. So again, crunching all of these numbers over the next few days, and I'll let you guys know how things are going to be and how friendly this is. Some bonus events, though, we're going to be getting a Gear Explosion. Those ones are okay. Raid Frenzy suck. XP Throttle is okay if you're under level 85, basically. And we have Season 16 of Strike Pass. This is where you're going to get the Baron Mordo costume, but I'm probably not going to buy it. Character shards for Strange Heartless Wong. And so multiple characters in a Strike Pass. Just like the RTA Pass, they're kind of giving away multiple sets of characters, which is interesting. But it makes me wonder like how many shards are going to be available in this. And we'll find out, I guess it's still reset because the RTA Pass, which is going to have Kate and Echo and Miss Marvel, we'll see how many total character shards are available because that's 3 characters. This one also has 3 characters, I guess. And so we might have a good idea as to how many shards they're going to be giving away free to play and pay. So that's interesting. Okay, well, we're finally getting Shang-Chi in the fucking Blitz supplies on Tuesday. So I'll be sure to mark that in my spreadsheet available farmable calendar as well. You know, this doesn't count, right? Like this should have happened when Silver Samurai was added in. So this is fixing their mistake essentially. Don't be under any impression here. And oh, it looks like they did actually tell us about Doc Ock's 4-star going from 5-star to 4-star, and then he's gonna have another round in a couple of days. So there you go. And it looks like Ebony Maw is entering the higher frequency every 6 weeks. I think that's what I'm getting at here. So that's okay. You don't really need Ebony Mod these days anymore. Rogue ability correction. Last week's blog contained a couple of errors with Rogue's ability text. Oh my god. Rogue nerf already. So her special we thought was absolutely insane because it was 2 out of 2. Turns out it's actually 6 out of 6. And apparently it's unavoidable. It cannot be blocked. So it's not as insane as we thought it was. We thought it was like every other turn she'd be spamming this. Nope. Nope. Rogue nerf already. How did they get that wrong, like, on their blog? Like, I don't get it. Does this stuff not get, like, double and triple checked? Wild. Alternate Blitz character view. What is this? Ongoing improvements to game stability. Yeah, I know that there was lag. There was a lot of lag and weird stuff going on when I was trying to do my blitzes. It took me a little bit longer. The connection was bad. More gold in campaign. Very soon, we're increasing the gold rewards in select campaign chapters to match the rewards given out by Doom Chapter 4. Okay, so it's more like putting things in line. It's not exactly... I don't think it's going to be a net improvement much. Missing Blitz rewards. Some of the weekly rewards associated with the second character theme Blitz per week was added to the new Quick Rumble Blitz. I don't know what this is going... Is that supposed to be in here? Like, I don't get it. Okay, I'm confused. Back to Boot Camp, Skeleton Flash Event, Polaris Blitz on Sunday, and Ebony Maw event, and Quick Rumble, Wave 1 Avengers, and Chaos Theory. Okay. So, yeah, please note information in this blog is subject to change. Yeah, like that rogue nerf, right? So that was actually like one of the bigger things here is this rogue ability correction. Other than that, I'm glad that we got all the numbers for the Nico Minoru event next week, and I'll be crunching those as well, and I'll be letting you guys know what's up with that. So yeah, that's the end of this blog post video. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at the 10,000 subscriber mark, which is a really important milestone for me. And we're coming up on my second YouTube anniversary as well, which is happening at the end of the month. So if we can get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month, that would be super stellar, and I would be really, really happy. So other than that, enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you on the next live stream or video. And until then, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.